Michael, welcome to the show. It's such a great pleasure to be working on Alien Covenant. Tell us about the two characters that you get to play in this.
Walter and David. David, obviously, for anybody who saw Prometheus, he'll be back with his head back on his shoulders again. And it's been 10 years since we left him and Elizabeth Shaw, Dr. Elizabeth Shaw. So he's 10 years older and wiser, maybe. And then Walter is a new AI. He's part of the Covenant ship. So we're introduced to him at the beginning of the movie. He's there looking after the crew and the ship, and he's very different to David, because David is very sort of expressive, quite theatrical, and Walter is just the opposite of that. He's neutral, he's bland, he doesn't have his own motivations at play. All those human characteristics and traits that were programmed in David have been removed from the AIs because they made people feel uncomfortable.
More robotic.
More robotic.
Yeah. You obviously have scenes with yourself together. How does that work?
It works now, thankfully, down to technology where, let's say you're David and I'm Walter and we're sitting opposite each other. I would be playing Walter and you're playing David. My double was doing that, and we just have to be very precise in doing the scene. So very precise with the blocking of the scene, where the flute is being held. So I'm playing Walter, the double's playing David, and then I'm playing David, the double's playing Walter, and doing exactly those movements. And you'll film one plate, and then you film the other plate, and then you put them together. And because everything is precisely where it was in the one plate, it goes over on top of the other one, and that's why you have the two together. So it's pretty cool.
The scene is incredible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely brilliant. You obviously had to learn that.
I did learn the flute, to whatever way you can learn one of those flutes, because it doesn't exist. That was one that was made. And the neighbor, I could hear him, he was getting so annoyed because it made a horrible sound. And, I wasn't making a great, much improvement in terms of sort of making it sound melodic. And the guy was like, it's so annoying when somebody's learning an instrument and you just have to hear it over. And I heard him say that. And I'm thinking, oh God. So I said to the teacher, I was like, got to do something. So I stuck a piece of paper in the air piece at the top that releases the sound. I was playing silent flute in the end.
Well, very well. You play piano as well. You're not musical at all then?
I am pretty musical. The first thing that I played when I was a kid was tin whistle. So, in Ireland, it's very sort of rich in the arts. So luckily my parents encouraged that. So I started with the tin whistle, then went to piano, accordion, and then guitar.
Wow. So if we can just recreate lots of clones of you, you could have your own band.
Oh, that would be nice, yeah.
No, I like the idea. That will get you a gig at Wembley. Tell me a little bit about working in Australia.
I loved it. Sydney's fantastic city. You just love being by the beach, getting into the water every day. A good friend of mine who I was at school with, we were sort of known him since I was 14, 13. He lives out there now for the last 14, 15 years. So I could get together with him, go for a surf. Great restaurants, great people. Probably my favorite location that I've shot in.
Did you get to go off and do any sort of touristy things at all, or?
I guess I went to the Blue Mountains. Went for a drive up there, and a hike around there. That was probably it on that trip. I went surfing with a friend of mine. Yeah.
So, and you're obviously quite good at it, then. Yeah?
No, but I'm enthusiastic.
Recently, I have to say, very happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Belatedly. It was a pretty big one, wasn't it?
It was 40th, yeah, so nice.
How did you celebrate?
In Ireland with my family and friends.
Oh, well, it's my next thing. I'll be doing the same.
Okay.
But belated happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.